Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. Here we go. Trista Smith released a behind the scenes of her Reps Ahead competition from last month in Colorado. In that Reps Ahead match, Trista faced off against Zoe Warren first to get her into the championship round, in which she faced off with Ariel Lowen. Had her breakout performance last year at the West Coast Classic semifinal in California. She had also recently competed at the NorCal Classic, placed second there. I really enjoyed this little behind the scenes with her.
Kickstarted today.
Trista brings a young, fresh, new energy to the elite women of CrossFit, who are generally a little more reserved or holding back some. Seems extremely authentic, real, and I hope we see more of that and more of her in the upcoming season. You can find that full video on Trista Smith's YouTube channel. James Sprague also released a little behind the scenes from Reps Ahead competition in Colorado as well. That is available on his YouTube channel. Chase Ingram and Bill Grunler sit down on Get With The Programming podcast to analyze the Dubai Fitness Championship programming. Starting off with the FTP test on the bike ergs.
A boring event to watch, a boring event to do. It changed what the test actually is because of a 10 damper setting, but probably the coolest place in the world to do something like this.
Yeah.
From that event, they went off to run a 1K at a track. And then they get into all the rest of the events for the weekend. The theme of the events were they were basically all a bunch of chippers. However, they probably could have done an entire show on the movement standards from this. As some of you may have noticed over the weekend, Andrew Hiller posting several videos of some of the athletes they're competing. These just were terrible. Andrew Hiller also shared a video of Luka Jukic doing an alternating dumbbell snatch movement where it appears from the video that one arm is able to fully lock out, whereas the other arm, he has a really soft elbow. He's out in front. And actually, Luka even took to the comment section and just was like, my bad, I made a mistake. I'll do better next time. But then he commented again and explained it even further. I have to meet the standards, same as everyone else, was racing during the EMOM portion and wasn't paying attention. Before the 4-time piece of the workout, head judge was standing next to me. I was called out for soft elbows and I fixed it. Luka Jukic, of course, won the Dubai Fitness Championship for the elite male, and then Karen Frey won on the elite female. Some noticeable finishes and recognizable names. Kristen Holte, which I thought she retired, but in her return to the competition floor, she placed 5th overall. And then Brittany Weiss, who recently won the Crash Crucible. She was a games team athlete for Team Invictus when they won in 2023. She ended up finishing 21st out of 30 women. She went on her Instagram, as a lot of these athletes do in situations like this when they underperform and they don't place as well as they thought they would or should have. On the men's side, Spencer Panchik finished in 6th place overall. And then the trap man, the big Aussie with the ginormous traps, Jake Douglas, finishing in 9th place. Check out the full episode of Analyzing the Programming on the Get With The Programming podcast. You can also go back and watch the live streams on Dubai Fitness Championships YouTube channel. Hiller had also posted some videos from the Fitfest UK and some of the reps there. Enola Kai not really locking out those thrusters and not really open up those hips. And then Emma McQuaid doing her power cleans on the clean ladder. Not one rep. But she's a functional fitness athlete now, so their reps are different, don't worry. Emma reposted it to her story and she wrote, "Finally, I've made it. I got BAT on my case for the Expo event. I hold myself to a high standard when I'm competing. This is just some fun trying to race and hype for the crowd in an event that does not effort anyone at the end of the day. Take a day off FFF." This actually makes it even worse. You're saying that in an expo just for fun racing event that you shouldn't have to do the standard to the standard.
In a weird way, it was almost like I had to sort of fool my mind into believing that it wasn't retarded.
John Wooley of Constantly Varied Conversations recently released a video on his YouTube channel titled "Why I Am Skipping the 2025 CrossFit Open." First thing I want to say about this is nobody cares. I'm not a huge fan of John Wooley, and I never really have been, but I still listen to him. I still can objectively listen to his perspective, hear what he has to say, and form my own opinion. He shares his thoughts about being an affiliate owner. He is one of 3 affiliate owners at his affiliate. And he even says in there that 2 of them are doing the open. He states that he believes there is a loss of trust between the athletes and the community and CrossFit. This is just word manipulation. This is an opinion likely based off of social media comments, because how could he possibly know? He doesn't talk to the 10,000 affiliates. He says something about people taking a step back to wait to see what CrossFit does. Again, who are you talking about? Yourself? Never at any moment did I feel like I needed to take a step back to make a decision on whether or not I was going to do the CrossFit Open. Done the CrossFit Open for 14 years. I'm going to do the CrossFit Open every year. The Open has always been a big deal. This is a tradition that our culture here in Houston has created over the course of the last 14 years. He says in there that he feels like people who don't sign up for the CrossFit Open will be told they hate CrossFit because they're not doing it. And that is complete and utter
bullshit. Bullshit.
This is Wooley worried of the backlash that he is going to get because he is choosing not to do the CrossFit Open. Never, ever, ever, ever have I heard that if you don't do the CrossFit Open, you hate CrossFit. Again, word manipulation.
Without an actively engaged affiliate, the Open is basically just 3 workouts given to you by some asshole in California. Now,
really? Was that necessary? Or is that how you just talk about people? This asshole over here lives next door to me. He's cool. We go to barbecues together. We hang out every once in a while. If that's how you meant that, okay. I don't think that's how you meant that. Do you honestly believe that people cannot think for themselves? Do you honestly believe that in the last 14 years, people haven't already ran that through their mind? Why should I sign up for this? Why should I pay $20? I'll just do the workouts in class. If you own an affiliate, if you are paying the affiliate fee, you should be an ambassador of the brand. Always.
One of us, Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us. Google gobble, one of us. We accept that one of us.
And if you're not, go somewhere else. And then he finishes up the video with why he is skipping the CrossFit Open. And it's basically because his fitness goals has changed. He's doing a lot of high rocks races right now.
That is why I am better than everyone in the world.
Emma Lawson released a podcast. And if I'm being honest, I procrastinated on taking the time to sit down and listen to it. It's about 50-something minutes long because Emma Lawson is a 19-year-old athlete from Canada. I am a 44-year-old mother of 3 who lives in Texas. Besides CrossFit, what could her and I have in common? So this was her introductory episode, just kind of like getting to know her. She took questions from her Instagram page to talk about over here. And I will have to say I was actually surprised with how much we did have in common. Emma used to be a competitive dancer before she was a CrossFit athlete. She said she started dancing when she was 3 years old and then was in competitive dance until she was 13. I was a competitive dancer growing up and then competed until I was an adult, moved into the adult division as well. I thought that was kind of interesting. In high school, she did volleyball and track and field, so she had an athletic background. She talks about her struggles with training and her mindset this last year. She talks about books she's reading, and then she also talks about a guilty pleasure, another thing we have in common. She likes to watch some reality TV shows, and let's just be honest, my dense updates are kind of like the reality TV of the CrossFit world. So I have always been a huge fan of Big Brother. We started watching that when I was pregnant with my first daughter. And then Vanderpump Rules. It is very hard for me to find any other people who watch Vanderpump Rules. I've been watching it since the beginning. She's a Vanderpump Rules fan, so we have that in common. Kristoff Horvath has released the identity of his new girlfriend. A few episodes back, there was a surprise female in a post of his. He has since posted her identity. She is not, in fact, a skier. She is a bikini fitness model. Some might speculate it's a little too soon, but hey. While Gabby had posted yesterday that she finally got the stitches out. That is all for this dense update. Be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're into that sort of thing, you can head over to my Instagram and follow me there for all the latest happenings in the CrossFit community.